Hi guys, welcome to the briefing for this first stage. Today, there's a long time trial on the program. Unsurprisingly, victory should go to a specialist of the discipline. Let's be clear, our chances of getting into the top 10 are slim. Try to limit the damage.
We have the last rider at the start of this individual time trial. He'll do his utmost to produce the best time. Come on, let's
Ja,
give it
hallo
a hand.
liebe Bekannte, liebe Freunde, weiter geht's hier mit ein neues Spiel von mir, Dicke Koch heute.
Here we go. The route
Here we
is
go.
almost all flat. Concentrate on your effort to manage your energy.
Ho, ho, ho.
Your aim is to gradually empty your energy gauge so that it's empty as you cross the finishing line, but definitely not before, as it would cause a blow-up and you would lose a lot of time. To help you, keep an eye on the checkered circle outside the energy gauge. If the latter empties faster than the checkered circle advances, then you are overdoing it. If you still have energy in reserve, you can pick up the pace by consuming your attack gauge. The road is fairly straight at the moment, but the finish will be more technical. You're going to have to take the right trajectory. We're coming to the intermediate time check. We'll see if you're on schedule. Go! Keep it up and stay focused so you're not short of energy at the end. We're into the technical portion with a sequence of bends. Keep a clear head. If the trajectory turns red, you've got to brake because you're taking too many risks. The next bend is to the right, and then it's the second intermediate time check. Go! 2 kilometers left. One right bend, and it will be the last kilometer. Come on! Final kilometer! It's almost over! Go!
Noapte
Go!
bună, o noapte liniștită vă doresc.
Come on! Final stretch! Give it all you've got left!
We had no real ambitions for the classification of this stage. The least that can be said is you didn't prove me wrong.
Oh.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. For this stage linking Germany to Belgium, it's a safe bet that the sprinters will do all it takes to claim victory. While some will surely try to thwart their plans, the chance of them succeeding is minuscule.
The riders have just set out and already there's an attack.
The riders will soon be onto a short climb that counts towards the best climber classification. It should allow the baroudeurs to go on the offensive and launch the day's breakaway.
Things are livening up at the head of the peloton.
First riders are 2 kilometers from the climb.
The climb is classified as 4th category. There will thus be 1 point to be picked up towards the polka dot jersey for the first one over the top.
There are riders in trouble behind. They should be able to catch up if the tempo drops. He launched the mountain sprint. He's asked for his teammates to manage the time gap. He no doubt wants to take the win in the sprint. You were first over the top of the climb. That's good. It's looking good. You've got more than a minute's lead on the peloton.
Whoa.
He's a rider who can put in a long day's ride. He has no real strengths or weaknesses except the mountains.
You've got 1 minute 30 over the peloton. It turned out to be a good move.
Ah, repede, repede.
There's an attack behind. He's a teammate without ambition for the overall standings.
Change of leader in the overall youth standings.
The riders will now pass through the German countryside on their way to Belgium. Apart from the intermediate sprint, the race should be quiet until the final 50 kilometers.
Don't let the counterattack catch up. The peloton won't let such a large group get away.
Here's a pure rouleur. Make sure you don't leave him alone up front. It would be difficult to catch him, and it's better for him to finish on his own.
His best chance of victory is to try a breakaway from far out.
Watch out. You're not going to be able to keep up this pace for very long. You risk a blow-up. To target the overall standing, do not strain yourself during flat stages in order to keep the maximum in reserve for when the mountains come around. They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax. Guys, at the beginning of this tour, the sprinters will not allow breakaways. If there are more than 5 or 6 riders in front, the sprinters will get their teammates to ride.
Schneller! Gib Gas! Was ist da los? Whoa!
A good ruler with not too bad a punch. He should still try to get away before the finish because he's not so fast in a sprint. He's a puncher, at home on hilly terrain.
He's got his teammates riding because he must find the breakaway too big. You've dug well into your reserves. You're going to have to hang in there.
So, gib Gas, was soll das? Meine Fresse, was war denn da los?
It looks like you've got an exit slip from the peloton. It's riding quietly. The peloton
Gib
is
Gas,
starting to
Alte,
ride
hau
behind.
rein!
It looks like he doesn't want yet another rider at the head of the race. Okay, I'll protect him.
Ce se întâmplă că nu înțeleg? De ce rămâi ultimul? Dați-vă deoparte.
The peloton has caught up. There's no more escapees.
The race is won as a team. If your rider doesn't have enough energy to break away early in the stage, don't hesitate to use team comm to ask teammates to attack or to change the rider.
Iarăși Einbruch. Puszczenie jest.
He's trying to escape.
Ei, bă, la el, bă. Hai, bagă viteză. Mereu Einbruch.
Okay, I'll wait for him. Virtually, he takes the lead of the overall standings.
He's launched a counter-attack. Watch out. He's well placed for the green jersey. Attack at the head of the peloton. 1 minute for the breakaway. It's looking good.
His teammates have already started the pursuit, no doubt aiming for a sprint finish.
Pop, pop, pop. Gib Gas, Alter. Hau rein.
breakaway is beginning to look dangerous. You better start riding, guys. The gap is increasing. We don't need to ride for now. There's nobody dangerous for us on the breakaway.
The rider who wins the intermediate sprint will score 20 points. The second will pocket 17 points, while the third will pick up 15.
The head of the race is 5 kilometers from the intermediate sprint. His teammates are accelerating. They're no doubt readying the intermediate sprint.
He's a pure rouleur who relies on his power to tip the scales. Anyway, he doesn't have much choice given his qualities as a sprinter. The breakaway is losing ground.
Here's the winner of the intermediate sprint. constantly try to shelter from the wind so as not to consume energy. This is what allows a rider to edge clear at the end of the race. His teammates have positioned themselves at the head of the peloton. They will no doubt manage the gap so as to finish in a sprint.
He can ride all day long on the flat. It would be hard to say that he's in his element on short climbs or sprints. He's one of the juniors in the peloton who's looking to build a list of achievements for himself. For that, he will surely try to finish alone because he doesn't have a great turn of speed. He's a rider who likes short, sharp climbs. His capabilities in the high mountains are relatively limited.
Oh. Ma torni la volant. So, gib Gas. Wage Vitesse.
Teammates have positioned themselves at the head of the peloton. They will no doubt manage the gap so as to finish in a sprint. Watch out. You're not going to be able to keep up this pace for very long. You risk a blow-up.
So, gib Gas, hau rein.
The breakaway is losing ground.
His teammates have positioned themselves at the head of the peloton. They will no doubt manage the gap so as to finish in a sprint. The gap is decreasing, guys. The peloton should be there for the stage win. He's got his team riding to set up a sprint finish. This is not the time to hang around at the back of the peloton.
The race is about to enter a more rugged portion, with a sequence of 3 short climbs.
Riders up front still have something left. They're upping the pace to try to hold out till the end.
The next difficulty is listed as a Category 4. There will be only 1 point to be scored towards the best climber classification.
The first riders are 2 kilometers from the climb. He's got his team riding to set up a sprint finish. This is not the time to hang around at the back of the peloton. Here's the positions over the last climb.
Schneller! Schneller!
A new climb is approaching for the head of the race. Once more, there will be 1 point that goes towards the mountain standings.
got his team riding to set up a sprint finish. This is not the time to hang around at the back of the peloton. He goes to the top of the climber standing. The gap is decreasing, guys. The peloton should be there for the stage win.
The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the peloton.
Go, 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 go! Vai, vaga, viteza. Go, go, go!
The day's final categorized difficulty is approaching. Once again, there will be 1 point to be gleaned for the polka dot jersey.
The first riders are 2 kilometers from the climb.
Last time checked with a breakaway, 1 minute.
He'll be the new polka dot jersey. He can no longer be caught today.
The final 20 kilometers harbour no difficulty. Everything should now go very quickly in this Belgium finale. Looks like the breakaway still has some gas left. It's still able to widen the gap.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
There are 15 kilometers left, and given the lead held by the breakaway, victory will certainly be sealed in a mass sprint through the streets of Liège. 30 seconds lead for the head of the race.
Watch out. You're not going to be able to keep up this pace for very long. You risk a blow-up.
The riders are all back together. Everything will be played out in the final kilometers.
10 kilometers from the finish, guys. Stay well positioned to avoid falls.
Another 10 kilometers. The sprinters' teams are pulling the peloton along. Only 5 kilometers left for the head of the race.
Just 5 more kilometers. We are heading for a mass sprint. He's just fallen. It will be difficult for him to be part of the sprint. He's just fallen. That may cost him some time in the overall standings. Collective fall. It may create gaps. Change of leader in the overall youth standings. He's got his teammates riding because in front there's a rider who's dangerous to him in the overall standings.
Schneller, schneller und ich bin todmüde. Ich schlafe hier gleich. Schneller, schneller. Als die Fresse, du Schlampe. Ja, ja. Als die Fresse. Ich pedaliere hier für mich, nicht für dich. Ja, ja. Hopp, hopp, hopp.
We have no real ambitions for the classification of this stage. The least that can be said is you didn't prove me wrong. Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. Today's route is hilly and a leg breaker. Perfect for attacking, which should suit the punchers, and an opportunity to lead the general classification. We're amongst the outsiders for the stage win, and it will be difficult to surprise the favorites. But we should be able to finish in the top 5. Good race, guys. Go, go!
Hello everyone. Today's stage can be described as international. After Belgium, the